Ever pondered the curious journey of the coca leaf, an innocent plant chewed on or steeped into tea for centuries, only to be later processed into a dangerous and addictive drug known as cocaine? Or the poppy flower, a once safe and effective ingredient for relaxation and pain relief, transformed through processing into a potent, perilous opiate? Sugarcane shares a similar narrative, a wholesome plant that, when super-concentrated and processed, morphs into a substance akin to a drug. In fact, in laboratory tests, sugar has even trumped cocaine as the preferred choice for lab rats. Understanding the various types of sugar, both natural and highly processed, is key to maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Here's a look at some of the different sugars, their natural sources, and what happens when they're processed. Fructose, despite its name, isn't merely derived from fruit. In its processed form, it's a highly concentrated form of sugar, a far cry from the fructose found in natural fruit. This processed variant, aptly titled industrial fructose, has been linked to numerous health problems. Glucose, the sugar in your blood, is derived from natural plant foods such as carbohydrates, fruits, and vegetables, particularly starchy ones. This essential sugar supplies almost all the energy to the brain, playing a crucial role in metabolic health and respiration. Industrially, glucose is created using starchy plants like corn, rice, and wheat. Lactose, found in milk, is composed of galactose and glucose. Industrially, it's produced as a byproduct of the dairy industry. While most humans produce lactase to digest this sugar into adulthood, some individuals, particularly those from Eastern and Southeastern Asia and parts of Africa, struggle to digest it. Maltose, found in the germination process of seeds, can cause numerous intolerances, weight gain, kidney stones, and more when consumed in excess. However, in its natural form, such as in sweet potatoes, soybeans, barley, and wheat, it's perfectly healthy. Finally, there's sucrose, a sugar that originates from cane and beets. Its processed form can resemble common table sugar, but it's worth noting that before processing, it offers various health benefits, vitamins, and minerals. Honey, largely composed of fructose and glucose, contains trace amounts of sucrose. In essence, most sugars begin in a natural state, posing no harm in their purest and most whole form. It's the superprocessing that proves detrimental, converting natural sugars into highly addictive, drug-like substances. So, next time you reach for that sweet treat, remember the journey of the coca leaf, the poppy flower, and the sugar cane, and consider the story behind the sweetness.
Ever wonder why sugar has been labeled as the sweet poison? The answer lies in the numerous ways it can sabotage your health. Let's unravel the 13 reasons why sugar is often seen as a health villain. Firstly, sugar can weaken your immune system. Consuming too much sugar can impair your body's warrior cells, leaving you more vulnerable to infections. Secondly, sugar can disrupt your mineral balance. It depletes your body's magnesium stores and hikes up chromium loss, which can trigger a host of health issues, including sleep disturbances and constipation. Thirdly, your behavior isn't immune to the effects of sugar. Fluctuations in blood sugar levels can cause fatigue, agitation, and even mood swings. Fourthly, sugar is notorious for offering empty calories. It contributes zero nutritional value but can pile on the pounds, especially when consumed with fats and salts. Next, sugar can elevate insulin responses. It disrupts insulin release patterns, leading to irregular insulin responses, and over time, can increase the risk of insulin resistance. Furthermore, sugar can cause damage to your cells and tissues. It tends to linger longer in certain tissues, causing damage to small blood vessels and contributing to tissue inflammation and dysfunction. Sugar can also increase your triglyceride levels. High sugar intake can elevate blood triglyceride levels, boosting the risk of heart disease. Sugar may also contribute to hyperactivity. While the link is still debated, many parents have reported behavioral issues in children post-sugar consumption. Sugar can also trigger anxiety. Rapid fluctuations in blood sugar levels caused by refined sugars can exacerbate anxiety symptoms. Impaired concentration is another side effect of sugar consumption. Sugar-induced blood sugar spikes and crashes can affect cognitive function and concentration. Sugar can also promote cancer growth. Cancer cells thrive on sugar, especially refined sugars like white sugar and high fructose corn syrup. Excessive sugar intake can also cause hypoglycemia or low blood sugar levels. This can be a result of excessive sugar intake or underlying health conditions like diabetes. Lastly, sugar can disrupt digestion. As processed sugar is acidic, it can contribute to digestive issues such as heartburn and acid reflux. While individual responses to sugar vary, it's vital to monitor your symptoms and health outcomes. Reducing processed sugar intake could be a game changer for your health. Remember, knowledge is power. With these insights, you can make more informed choices about your sugar consumption, ultimately steering towards better health.
Consider breakfast cereals, for instance. Those labeled as healthy might not be as innocent as they appear, often packing more than 23 grams of sugar per serving. Yes, that's right. Your morning go-to could be a sugar bomb in disguise. And it's not just cereals. Asian food, particularly restaurant-made or packaged varieties, are notorious for their high sugar content. Even sushi isn't exempt, with sugar being a key ingredient in sushi rice. The solution? Consider making your own Asian cuisine at home to control the sugar content. Next on the list are canned and packaged soups and sauces. From yogurts boasting more than 15 grams of sugar to spaghetti sauce and gravy containing more sugar than a soda pop. These seemingly harmless foods can be a hidden source of sugar. Always read the labels and opt for no sugar alternatives or make your own when possible. And don't be fooled by frozen yogurt. Despite its seemingly healthy name, it's often as sugary as regular ice cream. It's best to treat it as a dessert, not a meal. Smoothies too can be deceptive. Many smoothie shops use fruit with added sugar, negating the health benefits of these drinks. Opt for homemade smoothies using whole fresh fruit instead. Even bread, a staple in many diets, is often made with highly refined flour and sugar. Check the labels and choose breads like rye or spelt that are typically low in sugar. Condiments, canned beans, and muffins are other common culprits. Even those that sound healthy can be high in sugar. Always read the labels or consider making your own versions at home. Lastly, beware of sweetened yogurt, including low-fat varieties. They can be high in sugar. A healthier alternative is to buy plain yogurt and add your own fruit and stevia for a low-sugar snack. The takeaway here is that many pre-made and packaged foods can be high in hidden sugar. Always read the labels and remember that the average adult should not consume more than 90 grams, or 5% of their total calories, in added sugar daily. Be conscious of your sugar intake and make informed choices to maintain a healthier lifestyle.
Do you know how much sugar is too much? It's a question that many ask, yet few know the answer to. Understanding sugar content in food is essential for maintaining a healthy lifestyle. First, it's important to recognize the difference between naturally occurring sugars and added sugars. Found in all plant foods, natural sugars are an essential part of a healthy diet. On the other hand, added sugars can lead to health complications if consumed excessively. For adults, the recommended total sugar intake is approximately 90 grams per day. This includes both natural and added sugars. For context, if you're consuming 1,500 calories each day, you're allowed 90 grams of sugar. The amount of added sugar you wish to consume within this limit is a personal choice. However, limiting added sugar is beneficial for overall health. Comparing the sugar content in different foods can provide a clearer picture. A cup of grapes contains 15 grams of sugar, while a can of Coke has a whopping 39 grams. The choice seems obvious, right? For those seeking alternatives to sugary drinks, sugar-free options like Zevia or La Croix are available. Better yet, a tall glass of filtered water accompanied by a cup of grapes can keep you satiated for longer. Remember, the goal is to enjoy what you eat while staying within the 90-gram sugar limit. Consuming more natural sugars within this limit will lead to better health. Plus, there are many low glycemic choices available. For instance, a small apple or a cup of apricots each contain 15 grams of sugar. A medium banana or a cup of blueberries have 14 and 15 grams respectively. On the other hand, a cup of whole blackberries or raspberries only contains 7 and 5 grams. When it comes to vegetables, a large artichoke has 1.6 grams of sugar. A cup of asparagus contains 2.5 grams, and a cup of chopped broccoli has 1.5 grams. As you can see, most natural foods don't contain excessive amounts of sugar. If your daily sugar intake is 90 grams and you opt for lower sugar fruits and veggies, you can consume a surprising amount of food while avoiding added sugars. To put things into perspective, 1 teaspoon of processed sugar is 4.2 grams. By comparing this to the sugar content in natural foods, you can make informed dietary decisions. So the next time you wonder how much sugar is too much, remember the 90-gram rule. Choose natural sugars over added sugars and enjoy a variety of fruits and vegetables. It's a simple yet effective way to maintain a healthy diet and lifestyle.
Are you finding it hard to resist the sweet allure of that extra chocolate bar or that sugary soft drink? If so, you might be treading the thin line of sugar addiction. Sugar, a sweet-tasting carbohydrate, is a vital source of energy for our bodies, but too much of it can lead to a host of health problems. So, how do you know if you're consuming more sugar than your body can handle? Let's break it down. Sign number 1. You just can't stop eating. Certain foods are like bottomless pits. You keep eating, but you never seem to feel full. This is a common sign of foods high in sugar content. They don't satiate your hunger and leave you craving for more. Next, if you find yourself constantly yearning for processed carbohydrates like chips, crackers, and bread, you may be under the grasp of sugar addiction. Reducing added sugars in your diet can actually help curb these cravings over time. Ironically, craving salty foods can also be a sign. In processed foods, salt and sugar are often two sides of the same coin. If you find yourself reaching out for that extra bag of chips, you might want to check the sugar content. Craving meat, particularly when you're not hungry, can also indicate a sugar problem. You might actually be craving the sugar-rich sauces and spices that often accompany meat dishes. Now, take a moment to reflect on your typical meals. Are they higher in sugar than they should be? Remember, the recommended 90 grams of sugar per day is a maximum, not a target. If your meals are consistently high in sugar, it might be time to reconsider your diet. Another sign is mood swings. If you're feeling grumpy and moody without reason, sugar might be the culprit. Blood sugar fluctuations can lead to mood changes, especially if your diet includes sugary snacks that cause a quick spike and dip in blood sugar levels. Feeling powerless over sugar is a telling sign too. If you're reaching for that sugary snack even when you don't want to, you might be addicted. Swapping it for a fruit snack with natural sugars could be a healthier option. And finally, do you start and end your day with sugar? If your morning and nighttime meals are loaded with added sugars, it's a clear sign of sugar addiction. So, are you experiencing a mid-afternoon slump? This could be due to a sugar crash caused by a high-sugar lunch. Recognizing these signs is the first step towards breaking free from sugar addiction. Start by tracking your daily sugar intake. You might be surprised to find that it's way beyond the recommended 90 grams a day. But don't worry, it's never too late to make healthier choices. Opt for natural sugars found in fruits and vegetables instead of processed foods. Remember, a balanced diet is the key to a healthier, happier life.
Are you struggling to break your sugar habit? It's a common struggle, but thankfully, breaking free from this sweet trap doesn't have to be a Herculean task. Rather than aiming for zero sugar, which isn't healthy, the key is to gradually reduce your intake through smart food choices. First, avoid processed food. These are the main culprits when it comes to hidden sugars. Apart from sugar, they are also loaded with chemicals, making them a double threat to your health. By steering clear of processed foods, you can eliminate almost all of the added sugar in your diet. Sunshine can be a surprising ally in your fight against sugar. Ever wondered why sugar makes you feel good? It's because it spikes your serotonin, the feel-good hormone. But there's a catch. This spike is followed by a crash. Sunshine, on the other hand, naturally increases serotonin levels without any crash. Plus, you get a healthy dose of vitamin D, another mood booster. Sleep is another important factor. If you're not getting enough sleep, it's time to look into why. Avoid consuming sugars, caffeine, and other stimulants 2 to 3 hours before bed, and try to sleep on an empty stomach for the best rest. Staying hydrated is crucial to stave off cravings, including those for sugar. So make sure you're drinking between 64 to 100 ounces of water a day, depending on your weight. It's also important to keep your sugar levels balanced. Regular mealtimes can help with this. Whether that means eating 6 small meals a day or sticking to the traditional 3, the key is to eat when you feel genuine hunger pangs. Eating greens can help curb your sweet cravings. Foods like turnip greens, spinach, and kale can do wonders. The next time you feel a sugar craving coming on, try a bowl of steamed spinach with a dash of red wine vinegar. Fermented foods and drinks can also help quell your sweet tooth. They balance your stomach acid and bacteria and are great at killing sugar cravings. You can buy them ready-made or prepare your own. Sometimes sugar cravings are a sign that you need to slow down and center yourself. Stress can significantly affect your appetite and cravings. Meditating for at least 10 minutes a day can help. If meditation isn't your thing, prayer or simply sitting in silence can also work. Remember, breaking your sugar habit is not an overnight journey. It's about adding good things to your life rather than focusing on what you're eliminating. So take these tips and incorporate them into your daily routine. Gradually, you'll notice a significant reduction in your sugar cravings and a healthier, happier you.
Ever embarked on a journey to eliminate added sugar from your diet? If so, you might have faced some unsettling withdrawal symptoms, especially if those sugary delights you gave up also packed a caffeine punch. It's tempting to reach for artificial substitutes, but let's explore how to overcome each symptom naturally, without the need for such replacements. Depression is a common symptom you might encounter. If you're feeling low after dropping added sugar, remember to include natural sugars in your diet. These can be found in fruits and vegetables. Carbohydrates make you feel good, so don't eliminate them entirely. The key is to consume them without added sugar, oil, and fat. Headaches can be a sign of caffeine withdrawal or even dehydration. If you're used to sipping sugary drinks, switching to plain water can seem tedious. However, staying hydrated is crucial. Make sure to drink enough water each day to keep those headaches at bay. Anxiety can show up in various forms, from a fluttery feeling in your stomach to shortness of breath. If you're battling severe anxiety, consider visiting your doctor for a blood test. Some illnesses, like hypothyroidism, can cause anxiety and are not related to sugar restriction. Otherwise, check your hydration level, sleep quality, and ensure you're consuming enough calories for your ideal weight. Feeling moody, your blood sugar might be too low. This can be remedied by eating more frequently. Balance your meals with protein, fat, and carbohydrates that suit your personal needs. Don't allow hunger to creep up on you, as it can lead to irritability. Keep healthy snacks like apples and no sugar-added peanut butter handy. Fatigue can be a sign that you're not consuming enough carbohydrates. Remember, vegetables are good carbs, and they should be consumed in generous amounts. Fatigue can also indicate a need for more water. Achy muscles can be the first sign of dehydration. If you used to rely on sugary drinks for hydration, drinking enough water can be a challenge. Aim for at least 8 glasses a day. For snacks, choose hydrating foods like apples, carrots, oranges, and other fresh fruits and vegetables. Cravings can hit hard when you're battling sugar withdrawal. When you notice a strong desire for sugar, it's time to reach for a healthy alternative. Instead of candy or processed food, opt for something fresh like a bowl of berries or sliced apples. Remember, the symptoms of sugar withdrawal can vary in intensity for different people. Be patient with yourself. If you happen to give in to the temptation of processed sugar, drink extra water, increase your physical activity, and be prepared for the next craving with a healthy snack. Don't overlook the power of greens and vinegar. So, to wrap up, dealing with sugar withdrawal symptoms involves consuming natural sugars, staying hydrated, maintaining a balanced diet, and replacing unhealthy cravings with fresh alternatives. It's a journey that requires patience and resilience, but the rewards are worth the effort.